Hi guys, Big Monday here, and today I want to do a video to open a bit of a discussion on jungling. Recently, there's been a couple of posts on Reddit about like bad junglers and junglers who tend to just be AFK for like 20 minutes. So, well, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes they're okay. So I want to show you the way I tend to play my early game in the jungle. First off, on almost all heroes I'm going to do this with, it's going to be a set of tangos, a stout shield, 2 branches, and a quelling blade. The last 2 tangos are going to be used with the iron branches. The iron branches are purely to give me the extra regen, but I'm going to have their extra stats first. Now, the other key thing with this is that you pick a hero that has some form of slow or stun. That's really important. You'll see why in a minute. So, one of the problems with a lot of junglers is
my iron will shall
even if you're really efficient in the jungle,
certainly
you are effectively leaving your team 4v5 for the first like 10 minutes or so. I've seen junglers that are really bad take like 20 minutes to get like Shadow Blade on Legion Commander, and then they come and finally gank with their ult at 20 minutes, at which point the game is already nearly over.
Of course.
So there's one issue, is that you leave your team 4v5. There are some lineups that works, there are most lineups it doesn't. It's just there are lineups where you can make it work, but if your enemy team is like a little bit aggressive, it's going to get punished, and it's just not going to work. Your team are going to get shit on while you're having a great time exploring the jungle. So it's not good for that reason. The other reason it's not good is a lot of the times your jungler is going to come and take this camp because it's the easy one, and they're going to come and take this camp. And what that's going to do is it's going to stop your supports pulling. Now, a lot of people know that you want to pull for this camp to deny experience from the enemy offlaner. What a lot of people don't realise is this is also where your support is going to get the bulk of their early game gold and early game experience from, because they want to leave your core to get solo experience if they can, and so this is where they get the bulk of their golden experience. So you're nerfing your position 5 support by gobbling up all this golden experience. The other way you're screwing them over is now there's no position 4 anymore. So not only is your support having to do this thing where you're taking some of their gold, but they're also going to have to spend more on support items. So you've totally screwed over your support early on, and they're not going to be happy for that. And they're probably just going to feed, not deliberately, but they're going to feed because they're spending all their gold on wards, so they don't even get boots till about 15 minutes in, or they're going to not buy wards and get decent items, then you're going to have no vision and everybody's going to just die. People are going to invade the jungle and you'll die. So, and the other reason you're going to be screwing them over is normally when you have 2 supports, one support will come back and pull, the other support will zone the offlaner. Now, even if you don't take this camp, your support now has a choice. Is that, do I zone the offlaner or do I pull? The best option is to do both. You can get one support to zone the offlaner, the other to pull. But if you have to choose, your offlaner is pretty much guaranteed to get levels. And then we have this AFK jungle thing where the offlaner gets levels, the jungler doesn't come out and help, and the offlaner just gets levels and levels and levels. And that's why I've taken this. I jungle occasionally with Spirit Breaker. It's not good, it is not efficient. But it's really, really greedy. And the way it works, the only way you make it work, is you gank a lot. So, you can make this work with any hero that jungles reasonably, but has got a stun or a slow. And this is how you're going to make junglers work. If you're going to be a competent jungler, you need to be able to gank a couple of minutes into the game. You need to gank maybe twice by the 5-minute mark. It kind of depends how your lanes are going. I mean, if your lanes are all winning their lanes, fine. You just leave it to it. But the way we're going to make this work is we're going to gank a lot. Now, this may not work massively well because I'm in a bot game and the bots might not react. They're going to be stupid, basically. But let me show you what we're going to do is with almost all heroes, and then I've taken Greater Bash just in the hopes I get a little bit of extra damage here. But with almost all heroes, I'm going to start with the small camp. And what I'm trying to do is kill it before the stack time. If I can't kill it before the stack time, I'm going to stack it. I'm going to be able to kill it. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to eat a tango before I get low to make sure that I'm always high. That means if I'm ever in a moment where I'm needed to help in the lane, I can go and help. Now, this next bit is really important. I'm not just going to jungle this camp. I'm going to pull it into lane. So what I've now just done is I've made up for the fact that the support doesn't have to choose anymore. Okay, I'm still stealing a lot of his golden experience, but what I'm doing is I'm pulling for him so he can continue to zone the offlaner. And I'm just going to ignore that happening. This is a bot game. I'm going to try and connect the pull. Not too early.
Your bottom tower is under
Might be
attack.
a little bit too early. So there we go. I'm going to connect that.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yes.
And my goal here is to get level 2 and to last hit competently, even though I'm not really
You
doing
really
that.
should look at your bottom tower.
Actually, let's get this big guy first, because he's the one.
Rampage.
He's the one I really want.
At last. The way is clear.
So there, I'm well into level 2. I now have my guaranteed stun, should we say? And this is the point where I kind of want to gank. I'm going to back off, get the rune. And I'm going to hope for satyrs here, or mud golems, satyrs here, or mud golems. But the point is, now I'm level 2 and I have my stun or my slow. I'm going to come into lane. I should probably plan this better, maybe hide around the trees. But this is a bot game. These guys aren't going to respond well. Oh, maybe he is.
I have their scent. First blood.
First blood.
And there we go. I'll get lucky with the bash.
I'm under attack. One world is much like another.
Okay, so that's a Bane, so it's super hard. But you see how he's kind of out of lane. If I had another support here to throw another stun on him, that guy would be dead right now. So that took longer than it normally would. So my goal is to do that, and then I come back down here and I repeat. I want to get back down here by the 3 minutes 12, and then I repeat exactly what I've just done. At some point, I'm going to need to, probably after I'd killed that guy, which is always going to happen if you've got another support with a stun, if you've got Crystal Maiden, an Ogre Magi, a Lion, basically pretty much any support with a stun that's already babysitting this lane, you just got that guy a kill, or at least an assist. You got an assist for the carry, you got an assist for yourself. That gives you a load of golden experience. It would have pretty much made me level 3. And then you get back to the small camp here for the 3 minutes 12, and then you stack this camp, and then you pull this camp again. What this does is, because you're doing the pulling for the support, you're not screwing over your support. Effectively, you are playing the position 4 support's role a bit, so that your support isn't totally screwed. You're getting plenty of golden experience because you're getting kills. So how do we sustain this? This is like obviously on a Wraith King and on a Spirit Breaker. You're gonna have the same problem. Is you're gonna go for that kill, and then I'm gonna go buy boots because that helps me gank anyway, and then I'm going to get my an infused raindrop, and that infused raindrop is what really makes this work well. Is that's then going to give me enough mana to, or it's enough mana regen. So I'll go back into the jungle. I'll take a couple of camps. I'll take these 2 camps just to do the pull, which gives me a small camp and a hard camp. And then I'm going to look for another opportunity to gank. If there isn't an opportunity to gank, I'm going to come out and look for the medium camps. Now these are the camps that I have to tank myself. So these ones are a little bit more difficult. So what I'm hoping for is mud golems or the satyrs. The other camps are really, really hard to take with a hero that hasn't got natural regen. The Wraith King can take them, but because Spirit Breaker is so bad in the jungle, he can't. And this is kind of why this sort of active play is this sort of active looking for ganks is why Legion Commander jungle is so bad, because she can't. Axe is actually quite good at it. Let's go. I'm not going to be able to kill him because this guy's not going to respond well and there isn't another support here, but let's try it. And this guy's just going to nuke the crap out of me. Yeah, the Chaos Knight's not going to help. You see how... Obviously I'm not doing this in a human game, so I can't really demonstrate it properly, but you get the point. If I had another support down here, we could have died that. We could have killed at least one of them. You know, 1-1-1. So let's say any hero that will jungle reasonably well, and somebody that's got a stun or a slow. A stun or a slow is enough. Wraith King's stun will do it. Enigma's stun will do it. Let's just take a quick look over some common jungle heroes, and we will. So, jungler, 3-star jungler. Enchantress and Shen are both really good, although they do tend to already gank. Enigma, his stun is amazing. Nature's Prophet, to be honest, I think he's better in lane than he is in jungle. But if you are jungling him, make sure you turn up every now and then. Turn up somewhere where there's ranged heroes, so you don't block the melee heroes out with your trees. Turn up, right-click him till they have to run away, and then tree them. Take a look at the 2-star junglers. Okay, so Axe, again, I hate Axe jungle, but if you can walk in, maybe get the support in lane to drop a stun for you. That gives you a chance to walk behind. If you time it right with the creep wave, you can do the call right under creep wave, and you'll get a kill like that. And it takes you literally sort of 15 seconds of commitment to come to lane and get the kill. If you coordinate with the support who's already in lane, you get a kill every time. Batrinder, he doesn't really have a reliable slow because it takes some time to get the stacks up. But let's say Lifesteal. Lifesteal is amazing. I mean the slow from open wounds is just so good on Lifesteal. I mean basically, even if you go some sort of you could get that at level 3 at least. I mean what I'd like to see is you get that at level 2, get open wounds at level 2, wander into lane, kill the offlaner, then go back to jungle. That's it. It's a great slow. Let's see who else we got. Sand King, yeah, he's got stun anyway. That goes without saying. Walk into lane, stun someone. Your other support stuns. Your support that's in lane stuns someone. This only has 11-second cooldown, so you stun someone again. If you're lucky enough to spot a creep that's low, you caustic finale them, some decent nuke damage. Bloodseeker's a difficult one. Now this is one of the guys that you end up with AFK jungling because he has no way to gank until he reaches level 6. So he's just bad. Ursa, he's kind of like Axe. You've got to get him pretty much in melee range to get your disable off. So it's, again, you have to coordinate well with the support that's already babysitting your carry. But if you can get this off, if you can get your support to slow and then you get in position to get this off, usually you're very likely to kill the offlaner. Crystal Maiden, she's down as a jungler. Beautiful Maiden. Yeah, Crystal Maiden can get level 3 and then gank the lane well before 2 minutes. You shouldn't really jungle a lot with Crystal Maiden. She's too good in lane. But you jungle for level 2 and then yeah, she's kind of her own case. I really hate the fact that Keeper's down as a jungler. He's another one that's just so good in lane. But he's kind of another one of his own case. Wraith King really should have a star in jungler because this guy is basically what I'd usually do in jungle with jungle Wraith King is take level 1 Mortal Strike just to kill the camps faster. Take level 2 Wraithfire Blast. Walk into lane. It's only got an 8-second cooldown. You stun first. Then the support that's in lane will stun second. Then you keep your priority. Then should be to get position for your second stun. Don't worry about right-clicking them if it's going to mean you end up them having a chance to escape. But you get the second stun off between you and the other support. You're going to end up, depending on who the support is, you're going to end up with about 6 seconds of stun. Guarantees you about 5 hits just from you, which is about half a lot of heroes' health. It's surprising. 60, 120, 240, about 300 damage just from you, even if you don't take the nuke into account and you get unlucky and you don't get a crit. But I mean, this is it. Mortal Strike, Wraithfire Blast. Then you would go and 1 level in Vampiric Aura, and what that does is it means even if your lanes are already winning their lanes, or even if they're pushed up. There's no place you can practically gank. Once you've got these two, which you should have after your first gank, you can just AFK jungle if you need to, but that shouldn't be your priority. Your priority should be looking, if I spend 20 seconds to walk to that lane, stun someone, could we kill them? Because that will get you golden experience faster than if you just AFK jungle. So that really needs to be your priority. Okay, so guys, I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this. That's kind of why I did this. But I just wanted to show you guys the way I would tend to play a jungler. I kind of do this sort of gank heavy jungler. Spirit Breaker not so much, but Wraith King quite a lot. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys, and let me know the way you guys do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.